Noswaith Croeso, good evening and welcome back to the Bluebird's Nest Live, the Friday night lights here at Stebonheath Park. As Haverfordwest County, we've made the trip east to face Llanelli in the second round of the JD Welsh Cup. So knockout football and a fixture with a fair bit of recent history behind it, yet again. Two sides who met just 3 weeks ago. And again, in last season's competition, the 2-0 defeat that night at Richmond Park, but more on that shortly. But the Reds, they came out on top just 3 weeks ago in the league, 1-0 victory for them. So we are very much will be looking to put that right tonight. As I said, yeah, the Bluebirds come into this one buoyed by a bit of back-to-back home wins. The latest, the solid 2-0 victory over Llanelli Town at the Oggy Bridge Meadow last Friday. It was a confident, composed performance, I thought, with goals from Greg Walters and Ben Arman sealing the points. So, yeah, momentum building somewhat. I think sandwiched in between was an away loss at Penabont that from my perspective, we certainly deserve something out of that game, but a 2-1 loss in between. But as for Llanelli, it's been a difficult run for them yet again. They were beaten 4-0 last weekend by Flint Town United, a third straight defeat in all competitions since beating us a few weeks ago. It was former Bluebird Danny Williams who grabbed the only goal of the game that night before the Bluebirds struggled to break down a very resilient backline for Llanelli. I'm sure they'll take confidence from that, but we'll certainly be desperate to hit the back of the Reds' net for the first time in a while against Llanelli now, and it's a goal yet again protected by a familiar name too. More on that shortly. Let's take you to the lineups from tonight. Tony Pennock is missing a handful of the Bluebirds regulars. Jack Wilson and Kyle McCarthy and Kyle Kenneford still missing with slightly longer term injuries, but Ivan Knott, after colliding with James Crowell up at Penabont, misses another game tonight. Ben Fawcett still carrying an injury. A number of youth team players have also joined us this evening within the squad. And also I've got Alaric Jones missing this evening. And there's one other. That's not on my list. I think there's one other. Apologies, whoever that is. I'll come back to that one. But we start with Luke Rees in goal. Dylan Rees, captain's armband as usual. Rees Abrasesi, Elliot Scotcher, Corey Shepherd, Dan Hawkins, Tom Shepherd, Greg Walters, Owen Jones, Yori Humphreys, Ben Arman. On the bench, Oshan Milichip, our reserve goalie this evening. Banashe, Mac Wiramiti, Luke Owen, Will Hughes, Oshan James, Dylan Maguire, and Harry Thomas. So very youthful substitutions bench this evening that I'm sure Tony Pennock and Gary Richards will be looking to utilise, all being well. Players just coming out beneath us here. And as I said, a familiar name in goal for Llanelli yet again. It's Alex Pennock, son of Tony Pennock, in goal again for Llanelli this evening. He's on a really good run of form, to be fair to him. He's been in the Scorio 5-on form and has been identified to certainly save Llanelli. Even in their defeats, he's come out as a shining light. They are led this evening, Captain Joe Hopkins, Harrison Bright, Joe Lloyd, Theo Wharton, Ethan Kahn, Sam Parsons, Bradley Gibbons, Jack Norris, Danny Williams, and Nelson Sanka. Good number of Bluebirds already raising their voices here, applauding the introduction of the players to the field here. Let's hope for a bit more of a successful night. I'm aware some supporters tend to put this audio coverage on replay on the way home and relive it. So fingers crossed, I'm bringing you some good news to relive again on your safe journey homes. If you're watching from the comfort of your home, warm welcome to you, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, or X. We're glad to have you with us. We've all been making our predictions here in the media area of Stebo. I've got James and Tom who are on social media and match report duties, etc. this evening to my left. They are going for Haverfordwest to progress into the third round of the Welsh Cup. A number of others gone for some high scoring. Riley Devine travel up with Dan, our supporters liaison officer. They've both gone for heavy Haverfordwest wins tonight. Stebonheath Park personally has been a bit of a banana skin ground for me over the years. I cannot remember a time coming here and winning a game. So I'm going to be happy with progressing, even if it takes penalties this evening. There will be no extra time if the game goes the full the distance. Go straight to penalties. And I just, sneaky suspicion, it might go all the way tonight. Bit of drama along the way. Score, draw, and down to penalties, and we'll progress. That's my prediction. Let us know in the chat, however you're joining us this evening, what you think the outcomes will be. We're in the change strip this evening. The white strip, obviously designed by Tor Sports, proudly bearing the Dragon Bet logo across the chest. And Dragon Bet have got us a slight favourites tonight, which is obviously good news to hear. However, as I said, bit of a bogey ground. We wait and see. Llanelli, as it happens, as former winners of the Welsh Cup, somewhat outsiders at 2-1, which many of the home supporters will probably be quite surprised with that one. But anything can happen when it comes to Haverfordwest County, certainly. And the referee this evening, Jordan Harmon, is just checking in with both goalkeepers. It's Dan Hawkins who gets us underway. Jordan is assisted this evening by Ian Bird and James Young on the other side. And Charlotte Carpenter is tasked with the duty of the fourth official role. Just down below us, underneath us in the main stand here at Stebonheath. Let's hope she's got a quite calm and enjoyable evening. Dylan Rees has clipped one forward down the right-hand side. Ben Harmon has got in behind already. Lays it back. Tom Shepherd, who's occupying this right wing-back role this evening. Yori Humphreys, Elliot Scotcher and Dylan Rees, the back three. And then Rees Abruzet on the far left-hand side. You've got Owen Jones making a start this evening. He's up top with Ben Harmon. And we've got Dan Hawkins, Cody Shepherd, and Greg Walters as the midfield three. So, usual structure. Lots of family and friends of all the players here this evening, as well as I said, the Supporters Association who've had a minibus up. So, good Pembrokeshire faithful this evening. And I can see online we've got a good number joining us on Facebook. Good evening, Alison, Marcus, and Pamela. Regulars here on the Bluebirds Nest Live. As Luke Rees is forced to play just outside his box forward, punts it clear. Chance for Tom Shepherd to get a good early touch. Good clip on forward towards Owen Jones, but Llanelli captained as well, controls it, and again, route one, straight forward. Scotcher and Shepherd link up as Dylan Rees now finds Dan Hawkins over on this right-hand side. Good tackle, Corey Shepherd. A little bit late from Corey Shepherd there. Gives away the free kick. The ball skipped off this grass surface here. There's a bit of moisture in the air here. And a pretty cold evening. Yeah, Corey Shepherd's just been called over by Jordan Harmon, the referee, just for a quiet word. I'd like to think, he's not going into his pocket as early as 2 minutes into the game. Just giving Corey a clear warning of no more. It was unintentional, but did catch the injured player. I'm trying to see exactly who that is. It's Jack Norris who's getting back to his feet. Hopkins then on his left foot. Dummies the pass back to Pennock. Plays forward. Does now actually have to go back. Greg Walters. Oh, he's putting Sanker under pressure. He has to go back to Pennock. Good first touch by the keeper. Sanker. Oh, a little bit precarious at the back from Llanelli, but they do clear only as far as Khan, who's protected well. Dylan Rees, Haverfordwest throw-in. Speaking of Dylan, as we were transferring from the bus to the ground this evening, he was saying he's only ever played at Stebonheath once, and that was a win for him back in his first season at Cardiff Met many moons ago. It's been a long time since he's played here. And actually win a free kick. Khan is pulling Scotcher. Scotcher falls over Khan and wins the free kick. Very clever by Ethan Khan. He'll fondly remember last year's fixture, the 2-0 win at Carmarthen. As I said, Khan getting both goals on the night. He looks ready to go for an evening shift up top. That's Llanelli number 9. Danny Williams, the goal scorer in the last fixture, gets his early touch of the game. Ball out of, I think it was Tom Shepherd for a throw-in to Llanelli. Parsons into Norris. Greg Walters comes across and takes it off him and clips it outside the foot. Great ball by Greg Walters to Abruzet. Skips inside Harrison Bright. He's pulled back. Free kick out for West. Professional foul there from Harrison Bright. Stops Abu getting any distance past him, as he just quite easily, to be honest, quite skipped past him. I thought Bright was one of the brightest players, fortunately, in their win here a couple of weeks ago. Was solid in his defensive duties and looked good in attack. But Abu looking to get his own back tonight, hopefully. Scotcher clips one out again to the left side. Abusezi and Dan Hawkins linking up on the halfway line. Back to Yori Humphreys, left of a back three there tonight. Abu and Bright face off again. Inside to Hawkins. Over on the far left-hand side. I'm still waiting for our 2D graphics to appear on screen. Let's see if I can do those as we progress into Llanelli territory. Well played, Owen Jones. Ball, it's just crossed over the line. It's going to be a throw in. Here we go. Let's see if we can get these graphics up for you so you can see exactly where we are with the run of play. Fantastic. Worked first time this evening. Good evening, Wolvesy, Hall of Famer, ex-manager, ex-player, joining us on X on Twitter this evening. Hopefully we can bring you news of a goal that we've waited a long, long time for when it comes to games against Llanelli. Luke Rees takes a good first touch, almost gets into trouble there, but Llanelli pick it up in the final third. Coming forward, good turn by Khan. Back to Joe Lloyd. Options to his right, opts for a crossfielder. He sliced it. Almost crosses the line, but Harrison Bright picks it off. Back comes Llanelli. Danny Williams in a bit of space. Well headed, Yori Humphreys. High foot there, not given. Yori appealing for it. Comes to no avail. Back Llanelli throw. Back in already. When they're in the final third, they're not messing about. They're certainly looking to play it early. It's a free kick to Haverfordwest, I think, there. Abruzzese seemed to be pushed off the ball. Don't really know what happened there. It was coming together more than anything. Referee has changed from a throw. Obviously, no, he's given Haverfordwest the throw in. Greg Walters is going to launch one in then. Kyle McCarthy has joined us up here at the back of the main stand. Good evening, Rob Edwards, joining us from the other side of the world. Missing you sat next to me tonight, Rob. It's certainly a little bit more space than there was at Penabont, where we were cutched up next to each other. Dan Hawkins almost slots Ben Armand through. Yeah, missing you in Llanelli tonight, but to be fair, you're over in Australia. I'll give you that one. Good evening to you, or good morning, I should say to you. Dylan as well. Chance on the edge of the box. Well read, Yori Humphreys. Stops the shot twice. Well played, Yori Humphreys. Ball in. Luke Rees comes to collect quite comfortably. Confident defending there. Assured from all of the defenders. Scotcher, Rees, and Humphreys in particular. They're doing really, really well. Early hours of the morning. Oh, sorry, I thought I said Australia. Asia. My apologies. Rob, where exactly are you? Dylan Rees and Scotcher across the edge of the penalty area, playing forward to Greg. Back to Scotch. Yeah, Llanelli, I'm trying to work out. I think they're playing a bit of a diamond midfield tonight, but they've certainly got two staying high. Khan and Norris, it seems to be, the front two for the Reds. Greg inside the centre circle, clips one forward to Owen Jones. A flick doesn't quite come off, but Shep's looking lively, forces Parsons to put it into touch. Throw in. Tom Shepherd making a start tonight. Coming across this, but no, Greg's giving him a shout. Greg's going to come across and offer a distance one here. It's a very big pitch here at Stebonheath. As I said, grass pitch, one of very few still in the Cymru Premier. Good area from Greg from the throw. Ben Armand's been... It's a 2-on-1 against Ben there, and he's come off giving a foul. I'm not quite sure about that one, but fell for Owen Jones. He was just loading up, pull the trigger there. Referee's whistle put a stop to it. Pennock goes short to Hopkins, left-footed. Again, back to his keeper. All in turquoise tonight. Alex Pennock. Luke Rees all in yellow. We had a good chat with Ivan Knott tonight, who, as I said, is carrying a bit of a knock from that challenge with Kroll a couple of weeks ago. Oh, Armand nearly puts O's through there. Llanelli come back with it. End to end at the moment. Good spin by Khan, but Yori Humphreys comes to collect. Little bit of a mix-up between Yori and Luke Rees, but get away with that one. Norris, I think it was, who was looking lively, almost pinched it off Luke Reese's toes. Such a distance away from the other side of the pitch here. Obviously, there's a running track as well to deal with. It's a fair distance. I think that is Jack Norris over on the far side. Bradley Gibbons as well starting, ex-Carmarthen Town. Iori clears though, all the way back to Hopkins. Lot of time for him to bring it down as the Blues come forward. Ball with Pennock, outside his box, clips one forward to Gibbons. Back to goal, has to go back the way he's facing. He drops it back to Bright, who clips one forward. Keeps it in, does well. Oh, Elliott's gotcha. Fantastic defensive work there. Dummies, Cruyff turns only as far as Bright on the halfway line now. He comes forward. Danny Williams inside the box, chance to shoot. Good defending, Reece Abruzet. Left-footed. Luke Reece deals with it comfortably. Very competent, to be fair. When Llanelli have come forward, Blues have stood strong. Hopefully a sign of good things ahead this evening. Dillon, back to Elliott's gotcha. Plenty of time for him again. He just clips one across. Yori's got a load of time. Reads the bounce well, controls it. Passes to Greg forwards. Good to see positive play here. Greg switches play again. Oh, the bounce just deceives Dillon there. Much to the enjoyment of the home fans. So it's a throw in right below us here on the halfway line. Yeah, good positive feedback for Scotch coming through. Obviously, traditionally, I'd say a midfielder, so very competent on the ball. Manages to turn often, but Llanelli come forward with it. Gibbons out to the right-hand side. Bright crosses, right-footed. It's deep. It's over everyone. Sheps and Khan sprint for it near the corner flag. Good turn by Khan, but Sheps reads it well. Concedes the corner. Good defending, Sheps. And as I said, Scotch having good feedback on the YouTube channel. When it comes to Welsh Cup success, is a great question. Certainly in recent memory, it was a team of Carmarthen Town, which included Tony Pennock, believe it or not, who played in goal for Carmarthen that night, that beat Haverfordwest County. I'm not 100% sure what year it was, but a Mark Jones managed Carmarthen team. If Wolves's listening, I'm sure he'll provide me with the actual details on that one. Semi-final of the Welsh Cup. Gibbons crosses into the box. Greg clears. As far as Abu finds Hawkins, to be fair, outnumbered, but gets hold of the ball. Chance to clip one forward. Great sideways ball to Tom Shepherd. Good counter-attack on the go here. Abu over on this right-hand side. Got Parsons in front of him. Has to come back. Sees Hawkins. Oh, again, Hawkins' touch just getting away from him a little bit there. Sheps does well to spin his man. Abu playing centre midfield for a second. Greg, Corey, out muscling the tacklers there, coming away with it. Dillon. Just taking his time. Passes forward again. Lots of passes forward tonight. Great to see. O's brought down. Referee waves play on. Handball appeals. It's going to be a free kick. Bringing it back. Foul on Owen Jones by Parsons. Come back to the question on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I think it was a 1-0 loss. I'm going to guess at about 2004, potentially. Here at Stebonheath Park. Carmarthen, the victors on the night. And as I said, Tony Pennock on the other side that evening. Had a spell at Carmarthen under Mark Jones. Be absolutely incredible to go on a run. Get as close to a semi-final, if not a final, in this year or coming years, certainly. Abruzet clips one into the back post. Sanka does well to deal with it. Harmon was lurking beyond him. Forward by Dan Williams. Finds Gibbons on the halfway line. Chance for him to turn and get at. He's got Hawkins and Scotcher in front of him, but he's got a good clip out to Norris. Chance for him to shoot. Good tackle, Sheps. Ball comes to collect. Shepherd on the line, clears it. Great feat by Norris, but Luke Reece held his ground well. I'm sure that one, hopefully, will come back to ruin that they missed that one. Sanka plays it back to Parsons on this near side. Biggest chance of the game just gone. Missed. Shepherd pretty much on the 6-yard box. Dealt with it quite comfortably in the end. After he'd skipped past Luke Rees, who held his ground well, to be fair. As I said that, just out of normal service, I've just clocked that the Scorio cameras aren't actually here this evening. So I was going to say it was going to feature on the highlights reel, but it won't. Hopkins clears to Dylan Rees. Grace first touch. Greg just clips it on. Going to run through all the way back for Pennock. Bit of a mix-up with Hopkins, the skipper. Both of them leaving it to each other. Almost catches Llanelli on the hook, and then Hopkins puts it straight into touch. Hopefully, the miscommunication continues. Yori clips one forward. Oh, unlucky. Again, Dan Hawkins. Unfortunately, first touch into touch. Yori fired that one at him, to be fair. Harrison Bright with a throw in over on the far side then. There's plenty of space for Yori to pass into Dan Hawkins' feet there, and it just seemed to rise up into the air, proving difficult to control that. Look to play it on the deck if we can. Yori Humphries does well to clear. Ball and man tackle. Gibbons plays forward. Khan against Dylan Rees. That's going to be a good battle between those two tonight. Good tackle, Dylan Rees. Bright manages to cross. Good header, Elliot Scotcher. Sheps is underneath this one. Bounces. Chance for Bright to shoot. Great save, Luke Rees. Excellent save from a left-footed shot. But it's still a chance. Gibbons inside the box. Squares it. Oh, cleared off the line by Abu. Sheps runs away with it. Big chances coming in for the home side. G'ing up the home support, certainly. Owen Jones to Hawkins. Come on, boys. This thing back. Lots of Reds players missing chances and almost in disbelief there. Were not concentrating. They could have done better in response there. Missed a chance, I think, the Reds. Two, if not three, big chances for the home side already here. Luke Rees, good save to be fair. Diving down low to his right-hand side. Got two hands on the ball. Took it wide. Gibbons then tried skipping back past Shepherd. And did well to be fair. Arman nearly loses the ball on the halfway line with his back to goal. Comes backwards to Scotcher again. He's got options to clip it wide. Does indeed find Yori again. Chance for Yori to make amends from the last one. That's better, Yor. Passes on the floor. Allows Greg to run onto it. Greg down the left-hand side. He's cutting inside. He's got numbers going forward, but he's crowded out. Llanelli get it back. Pennock into the night sky. Straight into touch. Not as many bodies at Stebo tonight as there was in the league game. They did say a couple of the off-field staff here at Stebonheath said tonight they weren't expecting as many. But it's still a good night of entertainment, hopefully, to come. There was a good couple hundred here 3 weeks ago. I would say you're probably looking more like 250, I'm going to guess, at this evening so far. Main stand is pretty full. Dylan, great ball. Finds Owen Jones in the 10 position. Finds Arman on this right-hand side. Skips round Parsons. Crosses. Good area. Greg pulled in the box. Nothing given. A little bit light. Abu's shot deflected. Going to be a corner over on the right-hand side. Abu straight away heads over. Going to be an in-swinging left footer here. Greg clearly pulled in the box. Did go down a little bit lightly, but there was a pull there. Bluebirds fans acknowledging Rees Abruze's shot. Good numbers to my left. Rees Abruze, left-footed. Gonna get us into a good area, hopefully. Lots of movement in the box. Pennock comes. Misses the catch. Acknowledges it. Raises his hand and almost apologizing to his teammates there. It looked like a good take. It just slipped from him at the final second. Llanelli with it though. They come forward. Good ball forward. Gibbons, great fish such as handball appeals. Yeah, referee immediately stops that one. Sorry, it's 19. Number 19, Danny Williams it was. Great first touch. It bounced up and hit him on the hand. Saw him do that for the Bluebirds so many years down west. He got some fantastic goals over the years. A spell at Cardiff followed. Big fee coming in from Cardiff City back in the day for Danny. And then came back to us on loan about a year later. Then played at Pontypridd. And now this season finds himself here at Llanelli. Dylan with the ball then. Good movement forward. Dylan clips one forward. Owen Jones has got a bit of space to the right of the box. Shoots narrowly wide of the right-hand post. Would have taken something speculative from where he was, but took it on just shy of the near post. Hawkins and Armand were on the back, but were marked. Probably the right option. Could have perhaps brought it down and had a slightly better opportunity, but took it on the half volley. Panic plays it short. Sanker, the Newport County loanee, as I said 3 weeks ago, he's had spells at Ferry and Llanelli. Has played it forward to Khan, who strides forward into space. Good tackle, Tom Shepherd. Finds Corey Shepherd, who finds Dan Hawkins on the half turn, on the halfway line. Owen Jones backs his pace against Llanelli's captain. Coming down the right-hand side. Dan Hawkins moves forward, gets in behind. Oh, nearly gets the contact for a penalty there. As well, Llanelli number 7, Joe Lloyd. Ball out, passed out by Joe Lloyd. Commentator's curse. He puts it straight up for a throw-in. Decent first 20-odd minutes here at Stebonheath this evening. Dylan gets us back underway from the touchline. Passes to Greg. Dylan cuts inside, left-footed, chips it over. Nobody quite reading Dylan's through ball there, so it's Panic with it. On the right-hand side, back to Sanker, the centre-half who started alongside Hopkins this evening. Just crossed over 200 listeners this evening. Warm welcome to you all. Great to see people joining us from far as Asia this evening. Panic's goal, open play kick goes all the way through to Luke Rees, who very quickly controls and passes to Scotcher. 1-2 with the skipper, Dylan Rees. Just coming towards the centre circle. Out to Tom Shepherd. Good turn, Tom Shepherd. Sends Parson once, sends him twice. Wins a good header as it flicks up. Corey Shepherd. Great pass across the floor. Technique on show with Corey. So many times already this season. Just drills it across this really good looking surface here at Stebonheath. Good football here. Good spell of possession. Shepherd, Scotcher, Humphreys, Abruzzese looking after it well. Scotcher just clips one in behind. He's Wharton gonna see that one out, I think. Arman, it's gonna be a corner. He's won a corner. Just had to see that out there, Wharton. Experienced player himself, international player. So your trivia question of the evening: what country did Theo Wharton play for? But he gave away a corner under pressure from Ben Arman. Right-hand side, Dan Hawkins then. Right-footed, crosses into a good area. Greg's underneath it, good header. I think it's Wharton himself who gets underneath it there and just flicks it out for another corner. Got praise from his manager. Greg would have surely put that one straight in the back of the net had he not been there. Looking around the grounds this evening, it's been quite a few goals already in the Welsh Cup fixtures. Colwyn Bay, who play Kinmel Bay this evening in a bit of a derby up in the north. They lead 1-0. Goitre United, formerly of Cymru South, obviously got relegated. They trail 4-0 already at home to Cambrian United. And Pontypridd are 1-0 up at home. Corner comes in, dealt with well, to be fair, by Llanelli. All the way back to Tom Shepherd on the halfway line. He's got options moving in front of him. Ops for Scotcher. Gives it to Shepherd. Lots and lots of space for him. Llanelli just sitting. Wharton's down on the edge of his box. So Sheps, to be fair, has just stopped play. Referee calling on Llanelli Town physio. Wharton's calf seems to be the problem. Numbers being sent from the Llanelli dugout for a warm-up. I don't think he continues after this. He looks in a bit of discomfort. 4-0 Cambrian after just 39 minutes there. Callum Bateman, Jared Wright, Dylan Edwards, and Callum Bateman again with the goals. Goitre United, former Tier 2 winners. Tier 1 winners. They didn't have the ground capacity to go up many years ago, but quite the downfall, unfortunately, for the Talbot-based club. They trail at home 4-0. I'm sure they would almost be happy to be out that cup. I know things are going a little bit better for them in the league. As are Penrith Khyber Rangers, who also got relegated last year. I'm sure I've read that they've scored about 50 or 60 goals in a couple of games. 15-0, I think it was, a couple of weekends ago for them. They will surely bounce right back up to Tier 2. They were unlucky. I think it was the last game of the season that saw them relegated at the end of last season. Obviously, talking relegation, obviously this is a cup game this evening, but in the league, the two teams in front of us this evening are the teams who occupy the relegation spots. We've been assured the FAW are telling teams that there will be 2 down and 6 up at the end of the 25-26 season. 6 teams, 3 from the south, 3 from the north coming up, all deemed to have had Tier 1 licenses, it's hoped, but who knows with Welsh football what actually ends up happening. But both Haverfordwest and Llanelli will doing everything they can to climb up the ladder of the league table. Wharton is on his feet, but he's not going to be able to continue. Looks in a fair bit of pain with his left knee/calf, I think it is. Greg Walters making a long sprint or jog across to come and wish him all the best. Those two collided in the box. I wonder it's a contact that's caused the injury. Wharton and Owain Jones would have played alongside each other, I think, at Pontypridd. Owain Jones also comes across to wish his former teammate the best of luck as he's carried off pitch on one foot, hopping all the way to the touchline. Just waiting to see from underneath us who is the replacement. There's nobody ready, it doesn't seem yet. So just counting numbers here. Llanelli play on with 10 for the time being. Rory Shepherd had the ball on the centre circle. Graciously, sportsmanship on show here. Llanelli allowing Sheps to carry on where he left off here after Jordan Harmon, the referee, drops the ball. Sheps finds Dylan Rees on the right. He skips past Ethan Kahn. Oh, Owain Jones got the ball, but then it ricocheted out of his feet. Harmon with it now on the edge of the box. Good tackle by Joe Lloyd. Harrison Bright is going to clear lines down the right-hand side. Corey Shepherd up against his former teammate, Danny Williams. Again, the ball. Oh, surely a foul. Bright through the back of Reese. Howard Dave there. Now there's going to be a substitution. It's Sam Parry, I think, who's coming on for Llanelli. Sorry, James Parry even. Number 3, James Parry coming on. Trying to work out what shape Llanelli going to go back to here. Number 8, Theo Wharton's off. Parry, I think he's heading to the back line. Yeah, certainly looks like smack bang in the middle of the back line. Yeah, Llanelli playing with 5 at the back this evening. Box midfield almost now. Was diamond earlier, but it looks like a 5-4-1 from the home side. Good block. 50-50 one. The referee gives it to Llanelli for a throw in. Good work, Tom Shepherd. Throw in then. Parry, stoppage already. He untied his shoelaces properly. He does now. James Parry. Probably coming on earlier than he thought this evening. Coming up to the half-hour mark. Still 0-0. Llanelli certainly with the better of the chances, but possession-wise, as it's showing on screen, it's very much in Bluebirds' hands this evening. 63% of the ball with the Bluebirds, who play in white and black this evening. Harrison Bright with it, over on the right-hand side. Clips one across. pushing the back. Is waved away from the referee. Shep's pushed there, I thought. But they do well to clear. Hopkins, though, picks it up on the halfway line. Skips past Armand. Good footwork by the captain. Clips one forward to Danny Williams. Good first touch. Feels for a handball, not given. Dylan Rees comes through. Chance for Khan on the edge of the box. Good block. Well done, Dylan Rees. Picks the pocket before the bullet was shot there. Good ball, Ben Armand. Good first touch to Shepherd. Almost brought down. Great through ball to Dan Hawkins. It's 2-on-2. Hawkins out to Owen Jones. Sanka's big long legs. Don't quite get the ball. He brings Owen Jones down 30-odd yards out, just to the left-hand side of the goal. Dan Hawkins already standing on it. Sanka's big toe just not quite getting on the end of the ball there. There was numbers well behind him. To be fair, I'm not appealing for a card there. Just a free kick for that one. Numbers had got back in behind Sanka, to be fair, by that point. Hawkins plays a short one across the floor to Greg Walters. Inside the box, drills one. Falls. Oh, Owen Jones, he keeps it in. Slow play from the home side. Owen Jones with a shot over the bar. Corner given. Deflected. I was expecting better from the shot there, but it obviously deflected up high. Looked like a pitching wedge, but Owen Jones's drilled shot deflected almost straight up in the air. Good play from Dan Hawkins. Dummied the cross ball to the back post and played a short one to Greg down the side. Abu puts in a good area. Oh, almost Owen Jones is at the bottom. Yori wins it in the box. Llanelli break. It's 3-on-3 as Norris puts a great ball around the back. Luke Rees is well outside his box. Does well to head clear. But it's going to fall for Khan. Luke Rees. Oh, Khan offside. Khan offside. Home fans not happy. But I think because Luke Rees was out of goal so far, there was only one behind. Scotcher was on the edge of the box, but only one between the ball and the goal. Correct decision from the assistant over on the far side there, James Young. Well done. Many of the home side unaware of that rule, perhaps, should we say. The Llanelli faithful. Welcome back, Alison, who's joining us again on Facebook. Good couple of chances from the home side, to be fair, but as the stats on screen are showing, very much possession heavy with us. Yori, Greg, Dylan, Scotcher, Sheppy, all linking up nicely here. We've got possession of the ball. Greg, a lot of space in front of him. Plays one forward. Just going to fall at the boots of Nelson Sanka. No messing from him. He just punts one forward. Home side appealing for absolutely everything at the minute. Sheps, good clip forward. Oh, good header by the skipper of Llanelli Town. Free kick. Danny Williams through the back of Dan Hawkins there. Going out for throwing. There's no need, Danny, but we'll take it all day long. Lee John and the fourth official coming into conversation there. Good bit of camaraderie, should we say, between the Bluebird supporters and one in particular, Llanelli fan, who's voicing his disapproval to that one, but it was a clear free kick. Nothing to really complain about, to be fair. Even Danny Williams himself got up and acknowledged it. Danny, very intelligent footballer. Great, excellent technician. Fourth official telling Rees Abruzzese to bring the ball back half a yard there. Good ball by Abu, who's put it towards the keeper. Oh, does well, Alex Pennock, to come and collect on the penalty spot. That was a tester. Slowing things down now. Alex, as his team sprung forward, launches one out with his hands to the right-hand side. Harrison Bright and Sanka, who has to go back to his keeper. It's bobbling. Good connection by Pennock. Good header by Yori. Heads it back only as far as Harrison Bright, who comes forward, plays it forward. Khan is onside. It's Scotcher right in front of him. Stop the cross. Good ball, good area. Header round the back. Oh, what a tackle. Oh, no. I thought it was a tackle, but it's a complete mishit by Norris, Jack Norris. almost hit the corner flag with a shot there. I thought it must have been a tackle, but Tom Shepherd got a foot in it, but not to be. Miss hit by the attacker. Luke Reese goes short to Scotcher, to Dylan Reese. He goes forward. Arman wins his header. It's going to be James Parry on his left foot. Slices one into touch. Things beginning to get a little bit ugly for the home side. A couple of errors. Dylan Reese, the right side of our back three tonight, comes forward to take the throw in. Abruzzese on the far left hand side is tucking in. Nearly all Haverfordwest players within a quarter of the pitch here. Ball forward to Owen Jones. Greg Walters on the edge of the box. Left foot drill. Just to the right of the post. Goal kick. 34 minutes gone. 35 minutes gone here at Stebonheath. 3-0 Colwyn Bay lead at half-time. Cambrian lead 5-0 at Goitre United. Pontypridd lead 2-0 at home now. And Llandudno in a North Wales battle against Flint Mountain this evening. They lead 1-0 as well. So goalless here at Stebo. 2.5 games almost now without a goal against Llanelli. Just proving that their 5 at the back is just tricky to break down. But it's positive. Very much, I would say, even though Llanelli have probably had the better chance of the half, it's all Haverfordwest. As to be fair, it was certainly in the second half in the league 3 weeks ago. Sheps plays it forward to Arman. Flattered in the back there by James Parry. He's making an impact since coming on. Referee waves play on. Bright cuts inside on his right foot, the right back. The right wing back this evening. Forced to go in backwards and clip forward. It's going to go straight out into touch if Sheppy lets it. No, it does indeed control it. Chance to turn for all the time in the world. Plays it forward to Scotcher in the centre circle. He's got options over on the right-hand side here. Opts for Dylan. Back to Sheppy on the left-hand side. Again, pulling Llanelli from left to right often here. You wonder if fitness is going to tell later on. Great ball forward. Sheppy to Owen Jones, to Hawkins. Chance to shoot. It's the post. What a strike on his left foot. Doesn't quite beat Pennock. Shepherd comes forward with another good ball. Good header by Parsons. Greg Walters heads it infield. Shepherd shoots over the bar. Probably not the right option from Sheppy there, but his first time pass with the outside of his right foot. We've seen it so many times recently. Magician with the ball when he wants to be. Clips on forward. O's first time passes infield. Dan Hawkins on his right foot. Dummied the shot. Cut inside Sanka. Great effort on his left. Hits the left-hand side post. Actually playing out bravely as Greg and Dylan, of all people, charge down. Owen's coming now, chasing back. Joe Lloyd comes forward. Skips inside Sheppy. Good play by Llanelli, to be fair. Norris opens up onto the left-hand side. Parsons on this near side, just in line with the edge of the penalty box. Plays forward to Gibbons. Flicks. Scotcher spins, but is pinched as he beats one. Back to Lloyd. Options wide. Abruzzese does well to read that one. Bright coming in to Walters. Well played, Greg. To Hawkins. Good turn out to Tom Shepherd. He's got in a great option there. Greg Walters come inside, showing an option to Tom. Greg switches play again. We're moving to left and right, forward and back. Some shift from the home side to keep us at bay at the minute. Haverfordwest certainly letting the ball do the work. Llanelli probably can't wait for a break. Just 7 minutes plus stoppage time away. Walters out to Shepherd. Well inside the final third. Clips one forward. Arman kind of comes and takes. Other than that, slight mishap off a corner earlier. Pennock's safe hands on show this evening. Punts forward into the clear night sky. Scotch is underneath this one. Unopposed. First time right foot. Just clears his lines. Good option. Ball comes forward. Dylan Reese and Khan are having a great battle. Khan is all over him, but Dylan stands strong. He's caught the back of his boot there. Dylan's boot comes off. Receives it straight back off Luke Reese, having said that. Plays it forward to Hawkins. Good ball out to Shepherd. Handball appeals not given. Llanelli coming forward. Referee's wave play on. That was a clear handball for me. Scotch again composed. He's got Khan chasing him down. through the back of him. Any chance, ref? That's surely the first yellow card of the evening. Can beginning to nibble. Dylan Rees is down, putting his boot back on properly. As Scotcher clears from the right-hand side of the field. Khan comes through the back of him. Those two having a couple of words as they walk back towards the centre of the pitch. Nothing given by the referee. That's a high bar for a booking this evening, it seems. He's had a good game so far, to be fair to him. But it's a good option for him to not perhaps go into the book. Certainly allowing things to play. Dylan runs back to take the goal kick. The free kick, sorry. Who goes back to the goalkeeper, Luke Rees. He goes out to Yori, inside the Scotch. Again, looking to play through the phases. Scotcher and Dylan Rees linking up on the near side. Dylan, good ball to Dan Hawkins on his own on the halfway line. Looks forward to Greg Walters. Again, just going, breaking lines here. Good play. Shepherd flips it out to Yori Humphreys. Yori's got a lot of space in front of him. Opens up. He's trying to get on his right foot. Plays it down the side to Ben Harmon. Back to Yori, inside the box. Heavy first touch, but wins the corner. Sanka couldn't quite get out of his feet and just flicks it out onto the sponsor boards behind the goal. I think he could have taken a touch and punted it into touch, but we'll take the corner. I wonder whether that's going to be the point that we look back on that gave us our biggest chance of the half. 40 minutes and about 30 seconds gone here. It was great time to get what I say we deserve. On the balance of play, we deserve a goal here. Dan Hawkins, right-footed into a really good area. It's headed clear as far as Sheppy on the edge of the box. He heads it back into an area. Ben Harmon is, it's Scotcher it was, who's tackled. It's out for a throw-in. Greg's coming across to collect. Greg has got a couple of numbers moving in front of him. Scotcher probably the best one to throw it back. Does go for Scotcher. Good control by Scotch. Gibbons all over him. Uses Greg as the option. Greg inside to Dylan on the halfway line. Forward to Shepherd. Back to Walters. Good triangles. Sheppy again on the turn. Flips one across. Abu's not quite able to get hold of that one. But Harrison Bright's header only as far as Owen Jones. Into a good area. It's another corner. James Parry, the latest man to slice a clearance. The pitch, I don't think it's been sprinkled before the game, but it just looks like there's a real zip on it this evening. It's catching out both sets of players. 42 minutes. Hawkins, another good area. Lands on Shepherd. Greg's head. Oh, cleared off the line. Abruzzese on the edge of the box. Back to Hawkins. Crosses first time. It's deep. Greg's not going to get there. Out for a goal kick. Great header. Good connection from Greg Walters at the back post. Heads across goal. It's just dropping in the far corner, but I think it was James Parry who was on the post. Pretty easy clearance from him off the line. Panicking goal. Wouldn't have got on the end of that one, I don't think. Good defensive organisation from the Reds, who keeps the clean sheet intact for now. Lee John, the Llanelli manager, getting a little bit more vocal encouragement and complaint, I think, for the looks of it, in the home dugout to my right-hand side, beneath us here in the main stand at Stebo, as Pennock's goal kick finds Shepherd, who bundles over his tackler, comes forward, Walters, Hawkins, clips one over, Sheps in the box. Oh, great last-ditch tackle by James Parry, I think. Ref not giving a free kick to Abu on the edge there, so Llanelli come forward. Great ball. Intercepted. Gonna be. Oh, Scotch has got to get across. Gibbons is coming forward on the right-hand side. Reds numbers. Flock. Good turn in the box by Khan. Onto his left foot. Oh, good tackle. Cody Shepherd picks up Joe Lloyd. Out to Gibbons. He's got numbers to his right. Does go for Bright. On the right. Inside. Chance to shoot. Deflected. Llanelli corner. Yeah, positivity coming in on Facebook from both Alison and Sharon. Love to see it. It's going to be a right-footed corner over on the far right-hand side. So an out-swinging corner. Obviously, Llanelli missing their talisman from these set pieces. Sean Cronin, but in it comes. Oh, not the best of corners. Finds Abruzzese, who clears as far as the halfway line, puts it straight back in. Sanka wins his header, blocked. Chance for Danny Williams. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Not dealt with. And it's number 7, Joe Lloyd, who opens the scoring. Poor corner from the right-hand side from Llanelli. Abu's clearance doesn't quite go as far as we like. Ball comes back in. Sensed a handball, to be honest, from Sanka, but it ricochets back from Sanka at the back post. Ends up at the edge of the box, and Joe Lloyd running in. I think it was Joe Lloyd anyway. I think it was the 7. Oh, right-footed. First time, drills running. Yeah, it is Joe Lloyd, confirmed as the goal scorer. Drills it into the bottom left-hand corner of the goal. Disappointing end to the first half. 45 minutes as it ticks over. 4 minutes remaining of the first half. In a half that genuinely, I feel we've dominated. But anyway, 4 to go. Can we get one back before the break? And a sucker punch here against us. Can we give one straight back? Tom Shepherd does well to pinch the ball right near the corner flag. Good footwork from him. There's just too many red shirts around him. Does too much in the end. Greg, great tackle. Greg Walters pinches the ball. Home fans not happy, but he clearly had the ball. Gibbons stays down. Shepherd forward to Owain Jones. That might be the spark that this game really needed. Bluebirds need to score. Well, at least 45 to go, but already on the front foot. Shepherd and Hawkins don't quite link up. Good half chance there. Llanelli just want to clear it. Khan holds it up on the halfway line. Good turn by Ethan Khan. Scotcher, probably the right idea there. Just a professional foul. That, to be fair, in most games is a yellow card, but the referee's opting to keep him in his pocket tonight. Scotch could have picked up a yellow there. Just decided to bring Khan to ground with him. Crossfielder from Norris finds Abu's head. It's taken late, but nothing. Sanka puts it out for a throw-in on the halfway line. About 2 minutes to go here. Quick throw-in from Abu to Yori Humphreys. Cross to Scotcher, opens his body and shifts it out to Dylan. Khan looking to block the pass forward. Again, doesn't quite go the way it planned there down the right-hand side, but Hopkins clears. Scotcher holds it up. Home fans getting more and more irate after taking the lead. It's incredible. Good play, Greg Walters. Comes on the back of the goal scorer, Lloyd. Good, Greg. Good physicality. Defies the option. Tom Shepherd clips one across towards Arman. A little bit too short. Sanka clears. Only as far as Greg Walters, who tries to take on in the centre circle Lloyd there, but it ricochets to Tom Shepherd, to Scotcher, to Yori. Patient play needed. Scotcher goes big, clips it over the back to Tom Shepherd. It's just going to have too much on it. Goal kick. Coming up to the 3rd minute complete here of stoppage time. 1 to play. Some of the Llanelli management already heading down the tunnel. Confident that there's not going to be any more action to analyse. 60 seconds to go then. Pennock taking his time to come and get the ball now. This is mirror image of what happened just 3 weeks ago. Llanelli took the lead in the first half at a slightly earlier point of the game, but a very fast, free-flowing game all of a sudden has almost immediately settled. Finally, the goal kick is taken. Down the right-hand side, Greg's underneath it. Bounces over into touch. Just under a minute to go. Abu with the throw-in. Don't think we're going to see any more goalmouth action in this one. Abu still hasn't managed to get it in yet. Dylan, good dummy from the throw-in. Finds Yori across the Scotcher yet again. Possession stats, as you can see, at 63, I would probably say even more so in the last 10 minutes, even with the home side taking the lead. Forward to Hawkins. Back. Luke Reese coming for this one. Oh, it's centre circle time. Joe Lloyd, chance to shoot. It's going to be wide of the post. It was an open goal as the halftime whistle goes. A little bit of miscommunication there. Slight lapse in concentration, perhaps, as both sets of sides head towards the tunnel. It's 1-0 at the break. All to play for. Big 45. We say this all season. Big 45 to come here, though. If we're to progress into the next round of the JD Welsh Cup, we will return just under 15 minutes for live audio coverage of the second half. Over and out for now. Croeso nôl. Welcome back to Stebonheath Park as the teams re-emerge from the dressing room beneath us. Haverfordwest County all in white, led out by Dylan Rees, looking to make amends from that sucker punch almost late on in the first half. As I said many times, Haverfordwest dominating possession in the first half, but Llanelli, to be fair, with the best of the chances. One of those by Joe Lloyd hit the back of the net off pretty much a poorly cleared corner that opened the deadlock. So it's 2.5 games against Llanelli now without a goal, frustratingly, and through a want of trying. But hopefully, words of encouragement from Tony Pennock and Gary Richards will be hopefully put into action quite quickly to make a game here. But I just got the feeling, as many around me here in Stebonheath Park have said during the halftime break, it's a mirror image. It's a carbon copy of what happened just 3 weeks ago, where they will now sit back defending their lead and probably look to break and get a second goal. Ethan Khan did exactly that almost 12 months ago at the LHP in Carmarthen, formerly known as Richmond Park. Back underway then. Llanelli gung-ho from the kickoff. Surprising how many teams just look to get a corner, a free kick, throw in even. Third time lucky. Throw in even on the far side, just looking to get Haverfordwest on the back foot. No bookings whatsoever in the first half. There was, though, the replacement of Theo Wharton, who left after a collision with Greg Walters in the box off a corner. Not so much a foul, but just a collision as Theo cleared a corner under his own crossbar. He was soon taken off, and I was just saying to Ivan Knott, who's alongside me here at Stebonheath, that I think Llanelli were better defensively with James Parry at the back rather than when Theo Wharton was there. Parry, far more defensive-minded player. But he made way, and soon after, at the other end, Joe Lloyd opened the scoring. He said, good bit of, quote-unquote, camaraderie to my left. The home and away fans, certainly the home fans, more vocal near the end of that half. We'll be keeping a close eye on that camaraderie between the two fans. The home side's young supporters who, up to their tricks, untied some of the flags, I believe, at half-time. As Llanelli come forward, chance for Khan. Great save, Luke Rees. Cheers from the home side, but it's a Luke Rees save, pushed wide. Big chance for Llanelli to double the lead. It was exactly as I said, a counter-attack. Broke down the middle. Good 1-2. Llanelli starting on the front foot here. They're looking to put this game to bed. Quick corner over on the far left-hand side. Round the back, Walters and Sanka jump and both miss. So for a goal kick. Goal kick played short to Yori Humphreys on this near side. The most local of our derbies at the moment. The last two occasions not going our way. So let's see if the boys can turn this one around. Back to Luke. In goal on the edge of his box. Feeds Yori. Back to Scotcher. Llanelli not so much parking the bus, but looking to get a second at the moment. Great through ball is one, to be fair. The head of James Parry. Done well since he came on. He punts forward. Finds Khan on the halfway line. Good head, Elliot Scotcher. Only as far back as Joe Lloyd, the goal scorer. He switches it out to Harrison Bright. And Rhys Abruzzese will entertain us, I'm sure, in front of the second half. Yori Humphreys, good run. Good tackle, Greg Walters. Going to be a goal kick, I hope. Yeah. Yori collided with Gibbons. Referee wave play on. And then Greg, as he tackles, kicked the ball onto Gibbons' shin pads and runs straight through for a goal kick. Back underway again. Ball so far, I don't think has left our half yet. Not the start we would have hoped for. Greg, a little bit deeper at the minute. Abu coming inside to almost a central role as it stands. Luke's clearance falls at the feet of Parry over on the left-hand side for Llanelli. Llanelli back with possession. They've come out firing Seems a good team talk. Scotcher pulled to the ground. Chance for Llanelli. Good tackle, Iori Humphreys. Still with a chance for Llanelli on the edge of the box. Pass it back. Wasted. Straight over the bar. I think it's Gibbons coming in. I'm sure a couple of donkey noises from the probably Bluebirds fans anyway. Gibbons with a massive chance to double the lead here. Khan has been lively all game, to be fair, but I can see from my angle he's pulling Scotch's shirt. Scotch goes to ground. Khan comes away with the ball, squares it. The ball laid backwards. Oh, Sanka bravely Wayne Jones nearly gets it. Actually clear. Heart in mouth moments for the home side there. Good head, Scotch. Back to Shepherd. Back to Scotch, yeah. And he just punts it forward. Sanka, first time, 100 yards up in the air. Abu's underneath it. He has to head forward. Dan Hawkins, wrong side of Danny Williams. Norris, Lloyd looks forward. He's got numbers running off. Abu and Iori Humphreys compete. Khan shoots. Good save again by Luke Rees. All Llanelli Reds at the minute. Corner to come. Again, Llanelli's last corner ended in the ball at the back of our net. So we're looking to make amends here. Let's deal with this, boys. Yeah, Alan over on Facebook saying a good second half performances, turning things around. Let's hope, Al. We haven't quite got going just yet. Right-footed into a good penalty spot area. Headed clear first by Arman and Dan Hawkins. Out as far as Danny Williams. Shoots from way out. Erratically over the crossbar. Ball quickly gathered by Luke Rees. Takes a short goal kick to Iori Humphreys. Inside the penalty box on this near left-hand side. Iori inside the Sheps. Coming back almost quarterback-like at the moment. Dictating play if he can. Through the legs of Ethan Khan. Out to Dylan Rees on the right-hand side. Numbers going forward for Haverfordwest. Dylan Rees across the floor. Doesn't quite find Greg Walters in full stride. Pinched by Norris. But Greg does well. Tackles out for a throw-in on the far side. Obviously, cup football tonight. A chance to get into the third round. I think we were working it out. That would be the last 64. So still a long way off getting anywhere near the final rounds of the Welsh Cup, which this season yet again will give that European spot. Obviously, the connotations of if a high league positioned Cymru Prem team win the cup, etc. Oh, Abu's brought down. I'm sure that was a free kick there. Dan Hawkins does well to pinch. Iori's coming in. He clips one forward. So no one really. Hopkins has a chance to gather. But whoever wins the Welsh Cup gets into Europe, basically. So often than not, it's TNS, who already have claimed their place in Europe. So we say the connotations, then a league position equals the European spot. But you never know. At some point, somebody else has to surely pick up the Welsh Cup. And as we said in the first half, it'd be great if it was a Haverfordwest team. Good interplay. Arman taken late, but Sanka concedes the throw in line with the edge of the penalty area. Referee just stopped play for Sanka to take his time. Bluebirds fans in full voice. He's going to cry in a minute. Throw in an attacking position though, on the right hand side. Dylan ball in hand. Surprised Greg perhaps hasn't gone across to throw one in here, but Dylan looking for a short one. Lots of movement around. Arman well marked. Dylan does well. Skips past Joe Lloyd. Chance to cross. Good area. Greg's under it. Oh, misses everybody. Pennock misses the clearance. Sheps is going to get there first on this left-hand near touchline. Plays back to Iori Humphreys. Lots of time for him to just give it back to Sheps. Fronts up with Gibbons. Greg back to goal. Comes back towards Cody Shepherd. He plays it infield. Owain Jones. Owain clips one over to Abruzzese on this left-hand side. Across the box. And ball appeals. Not given. Cody Shepherd picks up the second ball. To be fair, the guy's hands were by his side, but still, they hit him on the arm, but probably in a natural position. Good cross from the right. Dealt with. Out for a throw-in on this near side. Abu still appealing for a penalty. He had the best view of it all. It was Abu's pass that hit think it could have been Sanka's arm, which was by his side. I don't quite know whether it was straight or not. It's going to take something to break this deadlock that Llanelli have held out for so long against us. Nearly 230 minutes without a goal against Llanelli. Come on, boys. Hook clear by Llanelli. Iori Humphreys completes a free kick. Home fans cheer. No Ben Fawcett off the bench that seemed to change things a little bit for us a couple of weeks ago. He's out injured. We've got Luke Owen probably, who will be the first to enter the equation, perhaps. Owen Jones, left-footed, clips one forward, round the back. Hopkins has to go back to Pennock. He's under a little bit of pressure, but kicks well. Reaches the halfway line. Sheppy wins it. Oh, an elbow. Not given. Khan comes away with it. Khan running at Cody Shepherd. He has to stop and trace back. Shep's body checks. Concedes the free kick. Khan goes down so easily there. You just sense the temperature's going up here. Harrison Bright just looking to wind the Bluebirds players up. Throws the ball in an opposite direction. Followed by applause from his manager. A little bit of gamesmanship going on there by the ex-Merthyr, I think, Newport County fullback, Harrison Bright. He'll be enjoying this clean sheet as it stands. Good evening, Gerard, joining us from Espanyol. International Haverfordwest this evening with Chairman Rob Edwards in Asia. Dan Hawkins loses his battle in the midfield, unfortunately. Greg does too. Ball into an area. Big appeals from the home side. Greg Walters and Khan, it's Dylan and Khan, who think good spin by Owen Jones. Finds Dan Hawkins. Numbers going forward. Wasted pass. Reds pinch it again. They counter yet again. Coming forward over the halfway line. Good ball by Dan Williams. Stopped by Dylan Rees. It's end to end here. Ball forward. Cleared by Hopkins. He's offside. It'll go back to Luke Rees. Take your time. Build again. Need a little bit of quality in that final third to break this deadlock. It was never ever coming in the league fixture. I do feel tonight it's got to. Simply has to. Ben Armand, great first touch, brings it down on the tip of the Llanelli backline. He's offside. Khan a mile offside. A million miles off. Home side complain. It's a million miles offside. How anyone can even complain about that? Scotcher gets it down and plays right to Dylan Rees. Out to Greg on the right. Back to Dylan. Crosses the halfway line. Forward thinking by Dylan. Dummy Shepherd skips over it. Hawkins. Back to Shepherd. He's got numbers on the right-hand side. Owen Jones on his left foot. Opts for Hawkins. Got to get a white shirt in front of him without a red one. Dylan to Greg. Good build-up play. Got to make this count. Round the side. Straight through to Pennock. Didn't want to win the Welsh Cup anyway, yeah? Pennock punts again high into the night sky. Dylan's underneath it. Good header, Dylan. Out to Tom Shepherd over on the right-hand side. Parry right up through him. Gets the ball. Comes forward. Khan on the left-hand side. He's onside. Plays it backwards. Back to Parsons. Cuts inside on his right foot. Slots one across to Gibbons. Forward. He's surely offside. Surely offside. Not given. It's 2-0. He looked a million miles offside. But it's 2-0 to the Reds. Deja vu indeed. 2-0 Llanelli. Big appeals from the home side. There's big discussions and appeals. Oh, it's a substitute, nothing more. Iori Humphreys is the man making way. Luke Owen, the man coming on. Attacking minded substitution here as Iori Humphreys comes off. With Luke Owen coming on. I think it's a shuffle of the pack here somewhat. I think we'll go to a flat back four. Nothing to lose in this cup fixture tonight now then. Abruzzese again comes across to speak to the officials. You'd have to be careful here, Abu. Frustrations, certainly. He looked so far offside. Thoughts, Ivan? Offside? He did look a long way off for me. Bradley Gibbons, the man to put the ball in the back of the net. He was beyond, I think it was Scotch even who was the last man. But we trail 2-0. Scotcher outright to Shepherd. 59 minutes on the clock. Still over half an hour to go here. Ball played forward. Armand doesn't quite hold it up, so it's cleared. Sheppy with a touch. Oh, got a chance to turn there, but Khan relentless in his running. Luke eventually gets it to Dylan Rees. The Scotcher. To Shepherd. Moves it forward. A lot of space opening up in front, but not much moving from the front line. Owain fouled, not given. O stays down. As Llanelli come forward. Good feet by Danny Williams. Oh, he's sliding in. That's a naughty one. Ref waves play on. Harrison Bright runs into Corey Shepherd. Again, nothing given. Lee John, the Llanelli manager, appealing, but Harrison Bright was the antagonist. Oh, unlucky Luke. Luke Owen passes him to touch there. Did I mention I don't like this ground? No. Official, to be fair, Jordan Harmon in the middle hasn't had a bad game. There hasn't been too many discrepancies or queries. It's tricky when you're losing, but there's chinks in the armour beginning to happen for Llanelli. A goal changes everything. Have to score next. Simple as that. Throw in from Greg Walters. Back to Scotcher. In a lot of space on the halfway line. Sheps on the half turn. Plays forward to Owain Jones. Again, chance Scotchy's got numbers to his right. Just patiently waiting for movement in front. There's not a great deal of movement. Surely a foul. Nothing given. Sheps again. Good skip past Danny Williams. Inside to Llanelli. Route 1. Dylan underneath it. Get this Scotch. Does on his left foot. He bobbles it across to Tom Shepherd. On the front foot. Plays forward to Hawkins, who's out on that right-hand side, it seems, since the change. Good footwork by Shepherd and Hawkins. Abruzzese, I feel he is key to this. Breaking down that side. Harrison Bright, the right back for Llanelli. His NG's got to stop at some point. He's been good tonight in defensive duties. Frustratingly for us. Niggly gamesmanship at times, but ball in to Owain Jones. Inside the box. Chance to get at least something. Has to go back to Greg Walters over on that right-hand side. Left-footed. Puts it into a good area. Arman underneath it. Falls to Luke Owen. Corner ball. Left-footed shot. Deflected wide by that man, Harrison Bright. Llanelli's young followers turning the air blue here. Left-footed then from the far right-hand side, in swinging from Abruzzese, just hangs one up on top of the keeper. Good area, won by a Llanelli head, back as far as Shepherd, 40 yards out to Dylan, back to Shepherd, trying to get it onto his right foot, puts in another good area. Armand's underneath it, heads, ooh, good catch at the back post by Alex Pennock off Owain Jones's head. He throws, Dan Hawkins jumps, but misses. It's 2v1. They play around Dan, but he does well to get back in shape there, Dan Hawkins. Llanelli controlling it now and frustrating. They know they just need to see this one out as it stands. They don't need anything else but to hold on to this 2-0 lead. But they continue to pump it long. Khan chasing everything. Spins inside Dylan. Fakes. Good spin by the front man. Plays it sideways. There's a chance to shoot. Over the bar. Danny Williams, wasteful. Number of the injured and missing Haverfordwest players this evening alongside us here. What they would do to be out on the pitch participating in this one. Scotcher with it. Llanelli just backing off now. Seems when they haven't got it, happy to just go back into their very deep back five. Hopkins nearly forced the Khan again. Offside Khan. Shepherd puts it down and passes immediately to Scotcher on the centre circle. Good ball over the top. O's onside, just on the left-hand side, over the bar. Goal kick, just not falling for Owen Jones at the minute. Llanelli fans enjoying the lead here at the moment, frustratingly for us. Pennock drills one deep into Haverfordwest territory. Dylan, there's an arm right in Dylan Reese's face there. Referee isn't seen it. Dylan's down. There's a head injury. He's clearly elbowed him, there's an arm right across his face there. Dylan does not go down easily. How any official hasn't seen that, I don't know. Dylan's down, holding his face. Henry Fensom on the grass for the first time this evening. On to support Dylan, who's rolling over onto his back. The forearm clearly connecting with him there. 343 announced as this evening's attendance. Can't quite see where the additional 100 odd people are hiding, but 343. Going to be a bounce ball, I think, once Dylan gets back to his feet here. Just taking his time, perhaps allowing his teammates a chance to have a bit of a breather to go again. There's almost 66 minutes played in this second round JD Welsh Cup fixture. It's going to be a bounce ball. Which way is it going to go? I think the Reds are going to have possession. I think to be fair, they did have possession of it prior to the stoppage. Dylan's off, so Tom Shepherd's tucked back in as a centre half for the time being, with Dan Hawkins a temporary right back. Greg Walters competes with Danny. Greg Walters, the first into the book. Home fans happy with that, but Jack Norris has reeled Greg in a treat there. He pulled Greg's arm, Greg pulled his arm, he fell to the floor. Right in front of us here. Careful, Greg, we don't need any more suspensions. Free kick to Norris, the youngster. He went down smiling. You can literally see his the wry smile on his face as he plays it. And as far as goal scorer, Joe Lloyd. Back to Sanka, the loanee. To Parry, James Parry out to his skipper on the left-hand side there. Hopkins. Of course, he booms one forward. In behind Tom Shepherd. Ethan Khan causing a lot of problems in the second half. Right-footed, puts it into a good area. Abu underneath it. O's back doing defensive work this time. Harrison Bright comes to help him. Corner to Llanelli. "68 minutes approaching, 22 of normal to go. We need 2 goals to take this to what I predicted as a penalty shootout this evening. I don't remember a time ever coming to Stebonheath and having a success. So frustrating. Llanelli have taken their chances, it must be said. Corner from the right-hand side, right-footed. It's going to be an out-swinging corner into a good area, headed clear by Ben Harmon, only as far as Joe Lloyd. Back to Norris. Good pinch from Dan Hawkins to Walters. gets his head up. Nobody really in front of him bombing on just yet, but does a pirouette, bides himself some time, plays forward to Abu. Great back heel by Abu Sezi. Can that be the catalyst of a little bit more of a renaissance here? Luke Owen on the ball, drives forward, out to Dan Hawkins on the right-hand side. Parsons with him. Dan Hawkins through to Arman. Again, he's just outnumbered, outcrowded there. But it's only cleared as far as Sheps. On the halfway line, Dunlal Rees. Khan comes across him. Foul? No. Waves play on. Bluebirds throw-in. Thrown in by Abu to Greg Walters. Chance to turn here, Greg. Ball. Oh, it wasn't quite on there. Hawkins came looking. But it's gone to Tom Shepherd. Over on the right-hand side. Come on, boys. Let's spoil the party. Shepherd to Shepherd. Through to Hawkins. Great pass by Corey Shepherd. Headed out for a corner. Good interlinking play. And again, 62% on my screen here for possession. Feels like so much more. Actually, certainly just looking to counter-attack at every opportunity. Happy for the Bluebirds to have possession. Abu, corner, put near the back post. Headed. Oh, how was that not got in? Great header, Ben Hammond. Keeper parried it onto his teammate on the post, who just almost ushers it with his chest around the post. Half a chance, should we say, for us to get one back. Half in the deficit. Marcus, thank you for that. Back in the early 2000s, Simon Heel on loan from Cardiff City got us a narrow win at Stebo. But the ball's in. Oh, good head. Ethan Khan at the defensive end of things. Ball, Tom Shepherd out from the right-hand side to Dan Hawkins. He's got two in front of him. Corey Shepherd plays inside. Cleared by Connettley. Dylan Rees under a bit of pressure. Dylan lets it. Oh, good control by the skipper. Tom Shepherd trying to help him. He's got to be offside, Lino. Assistant referee, sorry. Abu comes to get it. Khan knew he was offside. Let the ball go past him. Abu to Luke Rees on the edge of his box. He plays forwards to Scotcher, to Hawkins. Body's moving forward. Arman to Walters. Good play, good link. Owen Jones is in behind Parry, but towards the corner flag, unfortunately. Couldn't quite angle the ball or the run in. But backwards to Hawkins, to Shepherd. Little clip forward. Won well by Bright. Shep's coming across. There's an early throw into Arman down the side. He gets it near the byline, near this near side, left-hand side corner flag. Back to Hawkins. Good movement now. Hawkins delivers it. Greg Walters over him and out for a goal kick. Less than 20 to play here. Darren Brace, Hall of Fame manager, Marcus. You're quite right. Led the Bluebirds to probably what I think is the last victory at Stebonheath Park. And even though with us 11th in the league, very much still very open, as Tony said in his interview, other than probably the top three, who I would agree with him being the top three at the end of the season. It's all to play for. A good run for any team outside of the top three would get you a top six finish, I think, this year. It's that open and that close, even at this stage, halfway through phase one. Who knows? Will we be back at Stebonheath in phase two? Could they, or hopefully us, be in the top half? Ball forward is left. Oh, it's the third goal for Stebonheath. I don't really know what on earth was going on there with the back line. They all just let it bounce. A punt forward by Pennock. Bounces into an area where Ethan Khan hits it first time. Almost exactly the same spot as the second goal. 3-0 to Llanelli Town. Pennock, son of Tony Pennock, with the assist. Route 1 football proving the answer. Bluebirds trail 3 goals to 0 here. Yeah, Alan, I can't disagree that the ref, to be fair, is a half decent game. Corey Shepherd found Ben Arman. But tackled well by Llanelli, and the follow-up tackle puts himself under pressure. Free kick, Alex Pennock, 45 yards out of goal yet again to take this one. Pennock, again, drills one down. Khan wins the header. I'm scratching my head about that last goal. It just seemed that nearly all Bluebirds defenders let it bounce and were waiting for someone to come and collect that long ball. Just bounced clear. That was a real sucker punch there, extending their lead even further. Corey and Greg link up well. 35 yards out. Greg Walters drives one. It hits Ben Arman. It's offside anyway. I think the referee has managed the game relatively well, to be fair to him. Nothing too much to complain on. He's been very lenient. Could have issued a couple of additional yellow cards, probably the only thing I can give as an observation. He's done well, Jordan Hammond, his assistant, supporting him too. I'd love to see the second goal in particular again. I certainly thought from my angle that Gibbons was offside, but one of those things. They've got, I will say, the assistant referee on the near side had probably the best view in the whole ground, so we'll back his decision, I suppose. Khan pinches the ball off Dylan Rees, but Dylan wins it straight back on his right foot, plays infield to Scotcher, inside his penalty box, plays out to Abrasesi. A lot of space, but Gibbons, the man, hunting him down. Abu cuts back. Shepherd, Corey inside him, receives it off Abu. Lots and lots of possession, but that final third, killer instinct we need here. Can we? Outright. Dan Hawkins delivers inside the box. Luke Owen, tame effort, probably had more time than he realised. Pennock picks one up off the grass. Alex Pennock, what a signing he's been for the Reds. Been instrumental tonight and in many, many games since his arrival from Trevelyan. After Scott Coughlin left under a bit of a cloud, apparently, to head to Trevelyan. Mike Lewis, the other goalie here, who's had his issues this season. Good ball by Corey Shepherd. Through to Ben Arman on the left-hand side. It's tackled well by Harrison Bright. Inside, Corey Shepherd receives it on the edge of the box. Opens up his body. Chance to shoot. Wide of the target. Looked a good connection, but it just was leaking right. Just over the top right corner of the goal. No balls anywhere near the goal mouth for Alex Pennock to go and collect. So it's got a traipse 30, 40 yards to collect it. And of course, crosses the 6-yard box. He'll be doing that with a wry smile, perhaps, towards his father's direction. Finally, we're back underway. Good kick. Yep, Khan wins his first header. Gibbons in behind Dylan Rees. He's in the box. Chance for 4. Good save, Luke Rees. Good save again, Luke Rees. Falls on the edge of the box to Joe Lloyd. Into the hands of Luke Rees. Big, big chance to even further extend their lead. Route 1, counter-attack in football. Greg just not falling for the Blues this evening. Harrison Bright knocks outside the Norris. Down the right-hand side. Sheps does well to come back and pinch it off him. Sheps, Abu. Good link up with those two. Crossfield to Tom Shepherd. like I said, cup fixture tonight, knockout football. It would have been great to get the win, but as it stands, it looks like we are departing the Welsh Cup at this stage again this season. Llanelli, one goal more than last season as it stands. As we get into the 79th minute here, still time, you never know. But as it stands, Llanelli progress into the next round, which isn't regionalised. So they potentially could have ref. I'm amazed with that one. How wasn't that one offside? Interesting. They landed well anyway, under a bit of pressure, but comes forward. It just seems now, with 10 minutes to go, just come through this unscathed now. Take our medicine and move back onto league competition. Clipped over by Corey Shepherd. Too far. Alex Penner comes to collect yet again. I don't know whether it's the hoodoo over this ground for us, the grass surface, Llanelli's tactics, but it just doesn't go well for us against Llanelli at the moment. Who knows, like I said, whether we face them again this season in the league. As it stands, perhaps the betting man would say so, but very much belief in the camp. Certainly, I've got strong belief that we can continue with the league momentum and build on the recent success. Perhaps the cup would have served as a distraction. Shame to go out, but would it be for the best, I wonder? Less fixtures to play, more time to recover for the boys and focus on the league. Scotcher finally wins a free kick over on the far side. He might as well sign his shirt and hand it over later. I think the times it's been tugged this evening, incredible. But again, as I said, the referees let a lot go and let the game flow. Would argue that it's not such a bad thing, but when you're 3-0 down, it's a tough one to take. Abu with the ball, forward to Shepherd. Greg, Abu, Corey Shepherd, linking up pretty well, to be fair. Trying to create gaps. It's a little too static for my liking in the final line of attack. Dan Hawkins comes inside. Bluebirds lose possession. Good tackle, Greg Walters. Luke needs to keep it in. And he does indeed keep it in from going out for a corner. Plays infield to Dylan Rees confidently. We come away with it. Just feel legs are seizing up a little bit now. Again, a couple of missed passes. Loss of possession. Greg again inside, trying to break into this final third. Llanelli have 9 players and the keeper, 10 behind the ball. Ethan Khan, the only one forward. Parking the bus, some may say. They're playing a 6-3-1. An incredible formation. I have to take a photo of that. Ball in, headed out for a corner. Substitution incoming. Former Carmarthen Town Booth, Rio Booth, coming in for Llanelli. He is number 17, I think, coming in. And it's number 15, Bradley Gibbons, who's got the second goal tonight. He comes off. The vocal Llanelli crowd give him a round of applause. He's run himself into the ground, to be fair to him. Trying to get the ball back off. Possession heavy Bluebirds this evening, but he'll be on the right side of the scoreline probably as it stands. Out to Tom Shepherd. Clips one back in a good area. Headed. Alex Panic. 2 hands on the ball off the header. 83.5 gone. Frustratingly, I've got another 6.5 minutes of this, at least. Abu brings it down. Arman onside. Chance to play forward. He's been crowded out all evening. Especially players going down lightly. Arman's clipped forward. Not collected. Man who tried to tackle Arman. I think Ben stood on his toe as he ran past him. He's staying down on the ground. Bluebird supporters to my right know exactly what that young man is doing on the ground now, with a smile on his face too. Shouldn't be a lot of added time, Alison. You're right. I think everybody will be happy for this one to come to a conclusion in a couple of minutes. 85 played. Substitution being called. Number 22, Jamie Baker, a defender. Shock. Coming on for number 7, Joe Lloyd, who opened the scoring in the first half. Morgan Evans as well. This is a multiple change from the home side. One of those nights where you've just got to say all the best to Llanelli in the next round. We'll see you again perhaps later on in the season. Substitutions still taking place here. Ethan Khan coming off. He's not rushing. Striker off, defender on. Does that mean it's going to be 7 at the back? Three, 2, 1. Punt. It's the biggest kick of his night, that. I don't know why the Bluebirds defenders aren't coming to win the ball there. Lets it bounce off a huge kick, to be fair to Pennock. Dylan ends up nodding it back to Luke Rees. Greg to Abu, cuts inside, skips past the substitute Morgan Evans. Is nearly brought down. Corey Shepherd through to Owen Jones, back to Abu, chance to shoot, drills one. That's a great save. Alex Pennock. Best bit of work he's done all night, to be fair. Vicious shot by Rees Abruzzese from the left-hand side of the box, aiming for the far post. Alex Pennock diving down, gets a hand to it, out for the corner. Abu already over there, whips one in, punch clear by Alex Pennock, drill back in, straight out, unfortunately, to the right of the post. Corey Shepherd, shot off target. There's a good connection from him. 87 gone. 3 minutes. Can't come quick enough. Get me out of here. Not saying I'm superstitious, but I've tried all sorts this evening to change things up and try and get a different result coming to this ground. I'm not sitting in the seat anymore, James. I'm changing even more next time. Perhaps we sit the other side of the ground. If we're here again this season, Sheppy brings down the goal kick and arrows one across to Dan Hawkins. Come on, boys, let's get a goal. Let's finish on a high. Not the best of balls. Big appeals for a handball, not given from the defender, who sort of controlled it in the box. Hawkins again puts one into an area. Owen and Jones. Ben Arman, chance. Oh, pinched off his toes. Oh, excellent control. And another pull. Finally. No, it's not Ethan Khan. I can't even see who that is. Morgan Evans, I think it is. Who pulls Elliot Scotcher. He's been pulled from pillar to post tonight. There's a collision. Owen Jones at the back post with Harrison Bright. He was pulled to ground. Big appeals for a penalty, but great feat from Arman inside the box. Wriggle past Sanka, who's picked up an injury. He's hobbling about there as one of 7 defenders at the back for Llanelli. He was just about to pull the trigger. Would have been a nice way to end the game, perhaps. Sheppy 1-2 with Greg on the edge. Flatley with Rio Booth come forward. They still come forward. Clips one across. Luke can come and gather. Goes backwards. Unlucky. Flatley with it then over on the far side. Brings it back to Hopkins, the captain. He takes his time. Harry, his pass is read by Dan Hawkins. A missed pass to Bright. Plays one almost through. Good read of the game. Rhys Abruzzese, he comes away with it. Just blow up, ref. Sheppy, Ara's one forward. Can Luke get on the end of this? Nearly falls to him. Still does. Luke inside to Ben Harmon. Chance to shoot on his right foot, on his left foot. He needs help. Back to Greg Walters. Good support. Out to Dan Hawkins on the right-hand side. Tom Shepherd. Good bit of play there. Gets into an area. Deflected. Back into play. By Llanelli. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Almost physically impossible to get 3 goals, is it? Crossfield ball to Abruzzese from Scotcher. To Shepherd. Good run, Owen Jones into an area. Finds Hawkins. A little bit too far out for Hawkins to try a shot. Man on Greg. It's a disappointing end to our Welsh Cup run this year. But like I said, always trying to see the positives about it. I think Scotch's tank is empty. He's run himself everywhere this evening, to be fair. He is looking forward to that full-time whistle, I think. Rest up this weekend, Scotch. We come back bigger and better next time. Again, 91 played. There's 2 minutes. Nobody will want to be on the pitch. Other than Llanelli, will probably celebrate this one frustratingly. Dylan Rees plays it forward to Shepherd. Again, we come forward. Counter-attack from Kings. Llanelli finally, there's a chink in the armour as Owen Jones break through, but he's brought down. Free kick right on the corner of the left-hand side of the box. Harrison Bright finally picks himself up a yellow card for tying his shoe in front of the ball. Housery of the finest from him tonight. Now walks back about 6 steps. Just drill this in the top corner, Abu. Tight angle. He's going to cross field one. Just dropped in the box. Luke over the bar from Elliot Scotcher. Just blow up, ref. Just blow up. 92 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. The home fans enjoying what's been in the last few weeks since their last victory against us, a rare win. They'll move into the next round. We'll try and be humble and wish them all the best. Good luck to Llanelli. Wish you a good day out up north, or a home draw, whatever it might be. Surely the ref brings this one to a close now. He still looks at his watch. There'll be a couple of weeks without the Bluebird's Nest live, I'm afraid to say. I'll my best stay at home for a couple of weeks, as we are expecting our 3rd child to arrive over the next few days, I suppose. So I will see you in a couple of weeks for a future Bluebird's Nest live. But that is the full-time whistle. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Almost 600 of you online across all our platforms this evening even, for another disappointing night in Llanelli. Safe travels to those who made their way to Llanelli this evening. For those that have joined online, have a good weekend. We forget about the Welsh Cup for another year. We move forward and concentrate fully now on the league. as Llanelli players celebrate on the pitch. The Bluebirds thank the fans and head down the tunnel shortly, I'm sure. But yeah, again, thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks on a future Bluebirds Nest Live. Over and out.